Hi, my name's Glenn. I'm here to do a tutorial on Paul Simon's song, America. I learned this song about 50 years ago from Paul Simon's recording on the Bookends album in 1968, and I haven't really checked back to see how much, whether I've really, how detailed my method of playing this is to Paul Simon's. But I think that it does a good approximation, even if it's not 100% accurate. So it's in standard tuning, capo on the 3rd fret, played in C. It's not really the key of C, it's more like E flat if you consider the capo, but we're going to talk about it as if everything is in C. So it's in 3/4 time, so you're playing, if you look at my right hand, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay? So that kind of rhythm is maintained throughout the song. And the intro starts in C and kind of goes downhill from C to B to A to G to F. And then he plays a little lick and then repeats. So C chord, then I hit that B note on the A string, which is A string or fifth string, 2nd fret, and then go to A minor and play the open A note on the A string while you play the A minor, and then reach up and grab the E. The E string or the 6th string, 3rd fret, playing a G note, and then go to F on the E string, low E string. So I'm playing like an F major 7th there. And the reason I play it without barring the F there is because I've got to do this lick that goes right here. Okay? So let me play the whole thing in sequence, because when it gets disjointed like that, you're going to lose track of what I'm talking about. C, hit that B note, A minor with a low G, F, Now, what am I doing to play that lick? I'm holding the F major 7th chord, and I'm lifting my little finger off the D string, and then banging it back down right where it was after I hit it with the pick. And do the same thing on the G string next. So it sounds like you're a really cool flat picker when you're really doing some simple stuff here. So you're going doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and then hitting the high E string, and then adding that D note there with the B string on the 3rd fret, and then letting it off back to the C, and go back to the C and repeat. Okay, so start from the beginning. The intro goes. This time I'm going to bar the F. Okay, so what am I doing there? I'm coming down with my little finger and grabbing the B string, 3rd fret, and hammering on to make essentially an F 7th. I'm hammering on and pulling off, and then hitting the G string, doing the same thing, hammering on and then pulling off. Okay? Okay, and then you go into the verse. Let us be lovers, we'll marry our fortunes together. And then you do that same little F lick. I've got some real estate here in my bag. A minor. Okay, so what are you doing on the A minor? It's very similar to what you did on the F at the intro. You're holding the A minor down and you're going. So you're on the D string, and you're picking up your middle finger on the A minor chord, and then hitting that D string, banging your middle finger back down onto it to make an E note. Now you hit the G string after you lift up your finger and bang your ring finger back down on that. Do the same thing to the C note on the B string. Hitting that E string, first string. Coming back to play that, that makes an A suspended fourth for just a second there. Okay, so again, let me try that again. So that's an E minor seventh. So we bought a pack of cigarettes, A seventh, E minor seventh, and Mrs. Wagner's pies, A seventh again. Then you go to a D, and walked off to a C to look for America. So you go to a G chord. It's kind of a simple little run that many of us learned when we were learning to play. So you G, open, A to a B, and then to the C. So you go downhill again into the second verse. Kathy, I said as we boarded a Greyhound in Pittsburgh, same little F run. Michigan seems like a dream to me now. And you can play that same little A minor lick, but this time you go to G. It took me 4 days to hitchhike from Saginaw. It took me 4 days to hitchhike from Saginaw. Gee, I've come. Goes to a D chord to a G. I've come back to a D to look for America. That is a C major seventh. Here's the full, C chord, and I'm just leaving my index finger off. Okay, now you go into this bridge, which starts with a B flat major seventh. Here's an A major seventh, if you recognize that configuration. It's like, here's the A seventh, and if you add your finger in between back here on the first fret, you get the A major seventh. So if you go up one semitone and bar across the first fret, that gives you the B flat major seventh. Laughing on the bus, playing games with the faces, to a C. So I'm just playing around, flat picking there with a C chord. So I'm kind of lifting up my middle finger off the D string, coming down and hitting the G string also, going back to the B flat major seventh. She said the man in the gabardine suit was a spy. C again. I'm hammering onto the G string to make an A note. Okay? Hammering onto the D string again too. All doing that with my middle finger. And then you play an F major seventh. I said be careful, his bow tie is really camera. Okay, so now we go back to this little C sequence. And instead of doing a lick there, he goes, I believe, to an A minor seventh with an F bass. Like that. It's kind of a cool sound. You wouldn't think that sounds right, but in the context of this song and as a passing chord, it seems to work. And then he goes into toss me a cigarette. I think there's one in my raincoat. Okay, so that's the same as the second half of the introduction. We smoked the last one an hour ago. Here's that A minor lick. E minor 7th. So I looked at the scenery. A 7th. E minor 7th. She read her magazine. A 7 to a D. The moon rose to a C. Over an open field. So we've seen those chords before, right? Last verse. Kathy, I'm lost, I said, though I knew she was sleeping. I'm empty and aching and I don't know why. Now we go to a G. Just like it took me 4 days to hitchhike from Saginaw, counting the cars on the New Jersey Turnpike as it goes right to that G chord. Counting the cars on the New Jersey Turnpike, they've D and G and D and C major 7. Okay? All come to look for America. Repeat 3 times. This is the 3rd time. All come to look for America. Now we go to the ending. See, here's that odd little passing chord with the B note in it. A minor 7th with the G bass, F, A minor, so you can hit this D note. Well, it's not a D note, it's an E note in the A minor. And then go to a D, and then the D with the C bass. So the progression is C to that little C with a B bass, to the A minor, to the A minor 7th with a G bass, to the F, to the A minor, to the D, and then the D with the C bass. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I resolve on a C. That's a C major 7th, and then resolve back to the C. So that's the end. I hope that works for you. Any questions, send me a note on YouTube. Thank you. Bye-bye.